A lot has to fall into place, but the stakes are very high. And I've thought of this as a wild card for a long while. In fact, I put some money on Michelle Obama as the next president last year, and it was 23 to 1. I noticed today it's paying only $7.50 in terms of her getting the Democrat nomination. So people are starting to take it more seriously. I mean, the point is that she's a Harvard-educated lawyer. She's been a public official, and she's a competent government public speaker. Of course, she had 8 years in the White House, so she would have learned a lot as First Lady. So it's not the craziest plan at all. And do you think if she got the nomination, she would be capable of beating, say, Donald Trump?
I do. I actually think she would win in a landslide. She's very dangerous for Republicans. Republicans should be extremely worried about a Michelle Obama potential nomination. Moderates who I talk to all the time, moderate voters who say they're unhappy with Joe Biden and how the country's going, say they would vote for Michelle Obama. Americans, though, should not be fooled. Michelle Obama is the same radicalism of Joe Biden and, of course, of Barack Obama, just kind of wrapped in a nice package.
Absolutely, yeah.
More likable, but it's the same exact agenda, maybe even more radical than Joe Biden. But yes, I do think she would probably beat Trump in a landslide.
Yeah, the same woke left politics, but in a very young and articulate package. So I agree with you. I think she would win. And that's why I've always thought it could happen, because in the end, the Democrats want to hold on to power. And she's an obvious way that they might be able to do that. Look, the other very famous and popular woman who suddenly played into the American political scene is Taylor Swift, of course. Now, she's getting a lot of attention because she's going to be jetting back from Japan to see her boyfriend play in the Super Bowl Monday morning our time, on Sunday night your time. But also a lot of talk that Joe Biden is desperate to get her endorsement. Is he going to get it?
I mean, he might get it. I don't think it will particularly change very much. There's always this big question in America about who will the young people vote for, who's going to get the millennial vote and the Gen Z vote, and a lot of, news is made whenever these big celebrities come out and make endorsements, but it usually doesn't move the needle very much. Young people, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on who you ask, tend to just not vote in very high numbers. The ones who do, most of them are already voting for Democrats. And I think especially with this upcoming election, Chris, most Americans who are going to vote already have made up their minds. No Trump voting millennial is going to be like, oh, you know what? Taylor Swift told me to vote for Joe Biden, so I think I'm going to vote for Biden now. I just don't really see that happening. But it might boost his numbers a little bit with the younger generation, but probably not as much as the media likes to hype it up.
Yeah, I tell you what really would trouble Donald Trump's second presidency, what really would help the Democrats, is Taylor Swift endorsing Michelle Obama. We'll see if that transpires. Great to talk to you again, Kristin.
Thank you as always, Chris.
Could you imagine it? Something's got to give. I cannot believe that Joe Biden will run again. I just have not, as you know, for a year or more, I've been saying I can't see it happening. Let's see what gives, because if it's going to be Biden versus Trump, I think Biden's going to be put through the mincer.